Why is it that a woman can ignore you for weeks, act like you don't exist, and then out of nowhere, she starts treating you like you're the prize? Is it magic? Is it manipulation? Or have you been doing something right without even realizing it? Welcome back, man of substance, and today, we're diving deep into a strange but powerful phenomenon. Why women suddenly start valuing you after showing no interest at first. Now, let's be real. Every man at some point has faced the cold shoulder from a woman he liked. She didn't text back. She wasn't excited to see you. Maybe she even friend-zoned you so hard that it made you question your entire self-worth. But here's the twist. Sometimes, when you least expect it, she circles back. Suddenly, she's laughing at your jokes, asking what you're doing this weekend, liking your posts, and dropping little hints like she's been thinking about you all along. What changed? Did you change? Did she change? Or was the game always set up this way? The truth is, most men never understand this shift, and because of that, they either react emotionally and ruin their chances or miss out on the opportunity altogether. But today, you're going to be different. You're going to understand the psychology behind this switch and learn how to not only handle it, but actually use it to your advantage. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding the rules you were never taught. Stick around, because once you understand why women behave this way, you'll stop feeling confused and start moving like a man who knows exactly where he stands. Let's get into it. 1. Women want what they can't easily have. One of the biggest secrets about women that most men never truly accept is this. Women naturally desire what they can't easily have. It's hardwired into human nature. When something feels too easy, it automatically loses its perceived value. The same way you might not value a free t-shirt, but would proudly protect a $500 designer jacket, women instinctively put more emotional value on a man who feels like a challenge instead of a guaranteed win. Here's the harsh truth. When you're too available, too eager, or too desperate, you send a loud message. I'm not valuable enough to make you earn me. That's a killer. Women subconsciously want to feel like they want a man who other women desire, or a man who doesn't need anyone to feel complete. Think about it. When you see a long line outside a restaurant, don't you assume the food must be amazing? The same concept applies here. Scarcity creates value. A man who isn't readily available triggers curiosity, competition, and even obsession. Now here's where most guys go wrong. They think pulling back means acting rude or arrogant. Wrong. It's about quietly living your life, being purpose-driven, and not rearranging your world for her. You're not angry. You're not bitter. You're just unavailable because you have a mission that's bigger than impressing her. Imagine this. You meet a woman you're attracted to. She's beautiful, she's charming, and immediately, you start texting her non-stop, giving her compliments every hour, and making it obvious you'll drop everything just to see her. What happens? She starts pulling away, she feels smothered, she gets bored. Now flip the script. Imagine instead that you keep your cool. You text her sometimes, you're warm but not desperate, and when she asks what you're up to, you genuinely say you're busy working on your goals. Suddenly she's intrigued. She's wondering why you're not chasing her like the others. By being the man she can't easily have, you naturally become the man she wants to have. Remember, women are emotional creatures. Logic rarely wins them over. It's the feeling you give her, the feeling that she needs to earn your attention, that sparks her deeper attraction. Never make yourself too easy. You are the prize. Act like it. 2. Your value grew without her. Here's something most men don't realize until it's too late. Women notice when you start leveling up, and they definitely notice when you do it without them. When a woman wasn't interested in you at first, it usually meant she didn't see enough value in you at that time. And that's okay. It happens to almost every man at some point. But what separates the men who get respected later from the ones who stay forgotten is what they do next. You see, a lot of guys make the mistake of sitting around, sulking, and thinking, why didn't she like me? That energy gets you nowhere. It actually keeps you stuck in the same place where she left you. The smarter move, the winning move, is to build yourself up so much that even you barely recognize the man you used to be. Think about it. When you focus on your grind, when you start looking better, making more money, developing stronger social circles, and carrying yourself with more confidence, you start moving differently. Your energy shifts. And guess what? Women can feel that even if you're not speaking to them. It's not even about revenge. It's not about making her jealous. It's about stepping into the version of yourself that should have existed all along. Once you start operating at a higher level, she will notice. Maybe she'll notice through social media. Maybe through mutual friends. Maybe just by running into you somewhere and realizing you're not that same guy anymore. And the most important part? You're not doing it for her. You're doing it for you. Women are incredibly tuned into energy. They can tell when a man is moving forward with purpose versus when he's stuck chasing validation. When your life improves naturally, not forced, not fake, but genuinely, it sends a message without you even needing to say a word. I am valuable. Whether you see it or not, my life is already great. That's when the curiosity kicks in. That's when the second looks start happening. That's when the woman who once overlooked you starts questioning herself. Did I judge him too soon? Why does he seem so different now? How did I miss this? The answer is simple. She didn't see the real you because the real you hadn't fully arrived yet. Remember this. Your best revenge is your own success. Not pettiness, not trying to win her back, not begging for attention. Just becoming undeniable. When your value grows without her, she won't just notice. She'll feel it. And that feeling can shift everything. 3. She needed social proof. First, here's a truth that a lot of men don't want to hear. Women rarely trust their own instincts about a man without some form of outside confirmation. They wait for social proof. What is social proof? It's simple. It's the idea that if others see value in you, then you must really be valuable. It's human nature. We all do it to some degree. But with women, especially when it comes to relationships, it plays an even bigger role. Ever notice how when no one seems to want you, women don't either? But when you're moving around, you're respected, you're seen with other women, or you're just generally admired by people, suddenly, women start paying more attention. It's not a coincidence. Women often need to see that you're desired before they feel that same desire themselves. The problem is, a lot of men take it personally when a woman didn't show interest early on. They think it's a reflection of their permanent worth. It's not. Sometimes she simply needed to see you winning first. She needed confirmation from the world around her that you're the real deal. And it's not just about being seen with other women either. Social proof can come from your career success, your social life, your reputation. When people speak highly of you, when your lifestyle speaks for itself, when you're not begging for attention but receiving it naturally, it plants a seed of curiosity and attraction in her mind. She might not have wanted you when she thought you were just another regular guy. But when she sees that other people, especially other high-value people, respect you, she starts second-guessing her initial judgment. That's when the "Hey stranger" texts start rolling in. That's when she suddenly likes an old picture on your Instagram. That's when she starts circling back around like she's discovering you for the first time. It's not always fair, but it's real. Women are wired to want what others validate. It's about survival, biology, and instincts that go deeper than logic. She doesn't want to make a mistake by choosing a man no one else wanted. She feels safer choosing a man the world already recognizes as valuable. You don't need to fake it. You don't need to brag or force people to like you. You just need to live well enough that others naturally respect you. And trust me, the women who once overlooked you will notice when they see the world admiring you. Social proof isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming someone whose value speaks so loudly that even those who doubted you before can't ignore it anymore. Understand that. Move accordingly. 4. The fear of missing out. Sometimes, it's not about what you did wrong. It's about what she thinks she might be missing out on. And trust me, the fear of missing out, or FOMO, is real for women. When it comes to men, they didn't pay attention to it first. See, when a woman sees you moving forward without her, building your life, meeting new people, chasing your dreams, she starts feeling a pressure she can't always explain. It's that little voice in the back of her mind whispering, "What if he becomes someone great without me? What if another woman sees what I didn't?" This fear creeps in quietly, but it's powerful. It makes her reevaluate everything she thought about you. Suddenly, she's not so sure she made the right call. Suddenly, you seem more attractive, more exciting, more rare. The thing is, FOMO hits hardest when a woman realizes that opportunities are slipping away. When she first met you, maybe she thought she had all the time in the world. Maybe she figured she could find someone better or more exciting. But now that she sees you becoming that man, and worse, sees other women noticing it too, the panic sets in. It's not even always about love at first. Sometimes it's purely competitive. Women hate the feeling of seeing another woman enjoy the man she overlooked. It stings. It triggers something primal inside of her. A feeling of losing access to something valuable she didn't realize was valuable at the time. This fear makes her suddenly view you through a different lens. Now you're not just that nice guy she once brushed off. Now you're a man who's winning, who's thriving, who's becoming harder to reach. And because human nature hates losing out, she starts wanting what she once ignored. If you've ever had an old flame randomly pop back into your life right when you're finally doing better, you've seen FOMO at work. It's that feeling that maybe she missed something important, and it drives her to reconnect, often with a lot more interest and effort than she ever showed before. But here's where a lot of men mess up. They get emotional when she comes back. They either get bitter and try to punish her, or they get overly excited and jump right back in without thinking. You can't afford to do either. You have to stay grounded. When a woman feels FOMO over you, it's her emotional battle to deal with, not yours to fix. You didn't create that fear. Her own choices did. The best thing you can do is keep moving forward. Keep building. Keep winning. Let her realize, on her own, that what she thought wasn't valuable actually is. 5. Your indifference became attractive. One of the most powerful things you can ever show a woman, especially one who didn't value you at first, is pure, effortless indifference. Not fake coldness, not bitterness, genuine, peaceful indifference. The moment you stop caring whether she likes you or not, your energy changes, and women pick up on that faster than anything else. When you first liked her, maybe you were too eager. You were always available, always texting first, always giving her attention. And because she felt she had you wrapped around her finger, you didn't seem valuable. You seemed predictable, easy, safe. But when you stop caring, when you honestly reach a place where you're too focused on yourself, your goals, your peace, to worry about how she feels about you, that's when the game flips. Your indifference becomes magnetic. It's funny how it works. Human beings naturally want what feels just out of reach. If you're always handing yourself over on a silver platter, there's no excitement, no challenge. But when you're not chasing, when you're just living, it stirs something deep inside her. Take this for example. Imagine you used to text a woman constantly, checking in, making plans, showing heavy interest. She gave you nothing but breadcrumbs. Now, you've pulled back. You don't initiate anymore. You post photos traveling, working out with friends, but you're not reaching out to her. You're not even liking her stories. You're just living. Out of nowhere, you notice she's watching all your stories. She's accidentally texting you about random things. She's asking if you're seeing anyone. Why? Because your energy shifted. You stopped feeding her ego with free attention, and now she feels the absence of it. She realizes she doesn't have the hold over you she once thought she did, and that realization makes her want it back. But here's the key. Your indifference has to be real. You can't fake it. Women can smell fake indifference from a mile away. If you're secretly hoping she notices your silence, she'll feel it. But if you're genuinely at peace, genuinely too busy building your life to obsess over who's texting you, That's when you become dangerously attractive. Indifference is not hatred, it's not spite, it's freedom. It's the calm knowledge that your value doesn't rise or fall based on whether one woman chooses you. When you stop needing her validation, she feels it. And ironically, that's when she starts chasing the validation you no longer need to give. Become indifferent, not cold, not cruel, just deeply, unshakably content with yourself. That's when you become unforgettable. 6. Timing matters. More than you think. Most men underestimate how much timing can change everything when it comes to women. You might have been the right man all along, just not at the right time. And if you don't understand that, you'll drive yourself crazy trying to figure out what you did wrong. Sometimes, when you first meet a woman, she's simply not in the right place mentally or emotionally to see your value. Maybe she just got out of a relationship. Maybe she's focused on her career. Maybe she's still stuck on someone else. Maybe she's just not ready to settle for anything serious yet. And because of that, she can't fully appreciate what's right in front of her. It's not that you weren't good enough. It's that the timing wasn't right for her to see you clearly. You could have been showing all the right qualities: ambition, loyalty, confidence, kindness. But if she wasn't ready to recognize those things, they went straight over her head. You can't force someone to be ready for you. You can only control who you are and how you show up. Fast forward a few months, or even years, and suddenly, everything's different. She's matured. She's been hurt by guys who didn't treat her right. She's gotten a few doses of reality. She realizes that the things she once overlooked are actually rare. Now when she looks at you, she doesn't see just another nice guy. She sees stability. She sees growth. She sees the kind of man she wished she had chosen the first time. It's wild how life works. What once felt invisible to her becomes magnetic. Not because you changed everything about yourself, but because her perspective changed. Life taught her what she couldn't see before. The truth is, you can't always control when people realize your value. You can only make sure you're becoming better, stronger, more complete every day, whether they notice or not. Sometimes women need to experience other things, even failures, before they can appreciate the kind of man you are. Timing doesn't mean you're second best. It means her awareness caught up with your reality. A lot of men waste energy being angry about women who come back later. But if you really think about it, it's actually a compliment. It's proof that you stayed the course, kept building yourself, and became the man you were always meant to be, whether she was ready to see it or not. When the timing is right, you won't need to force anything. You won't need to beg for attention or prove your worth. It'll be obvious. And here's the best part. By the time the timing lines up, you might be so leveled up that you're the one deciding if she still fits into your life. Timing changes everything. Learn to respect it. 7. Women respect silent power. Let's get real for a second. One of the main reasons she starts valuing you later on is because she finally realized you have silent power. And here's the kicker. Most men don't understand what silent power really means. It's not about flexing or showing off, but about quietly commanding respect without having to shout for it. For too many men, the reality is this. They show up, try to impress, and settle for the bare minimum. They chase after validation. They try to mold themselves into whatever they think women want. They act like they need to beg for attention. This is the same tired script that every man gets stuck in. And guess what? It's not working. Not long term. Not for attracting the right woman. If you want to stand out, you have to break that mold. You need to stop needing validation from women. When you're chasing, you look like you're living in desperation. When you're not needing anything from anyone, you create an air of independence and mystery. Women want a man who's complete, not a man who's half a man, hoping someone will come along and complete him. Here's the hard truth. If you're constantly seeking approval or validation from women, you're doing it wrong. That's why you see so many men struggle, wondering why their efforts don't pay off. The reality is that women don't value men who are always putting their needs aside to please them. They value men who are strong enough to put themselves first, to chase their own goals, to be driven and independent. If you're sitting around thinking you need to do whatever it takes to get her attention, you're missing the point. Women don't want to feel like they're in charge of fixing you or fulfilling you. They want a man who's already complete. So, how do you wake up to this? How do you become a man who commands silent power? It starts with self-respect. The way you carry yourself. The way you show up in your own life. When you show that you're a man of purpose, when you make it clear that your goals and vision come first, that's when you start standing out. That's when she'll see that you're worth the effort. But here's where it gets real. You have to stop waiting for the perfect woman to see it. A lot of men waste years hoping the right woman will come along and appreciate them. Meanwhile, they keep getting caught in the trap of trying to impress, trying to fit in. Wake up. You're never going to be truly valued until you learn to value yourself first. Stop chasing. Stop begging. Start living for yourself. The right woman will recognize that. And when she does, she won't need convincing. Don't be like the rest. Be the man who is too busy building himself to be distracted by anything or anyone that doesn't add value to his life. When you show up like that, women don't just notice you. They respect you. And once that happens, everything changes. Here's a hard truth. If she wasn't interested at first, it wasn't necessarily because you weren't good enough. The truth is, you were probably just too available, too predictable, or simply not needed in her life at that moment. Women aren't as complicated as we sometimes make them out to be. They're drawn to what they can't easily have, to the men who don't revolve around them. If you're constantly chasing, you're playing the wrong game. When you stop caring whether she's interested or not, when you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, that's when you start to see the shift. Women start seeing you differently, not because of what you do, but because of who you've become. So, don't be bitter. Don't get angry when they come back into your life. Understand that timing plays a huge role in attraction. The woman who rejected you once might just come running after she realizes the value you bring. And that's when you get to decide, does she really fit into your life anymore? I want to hear from you. What's been your experience with women who initially weren't interested, but then came around? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reaching out to create a real connection with you guys. Let's talk about how to build real attraction and self-worth together. Remember, your power lies in your ability to be confident and indifferent, living your life without needing anyone's validation. Stay focused, stay strong, and watch how everything changes.